Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Roman Reigns' real-life cousin announces he's coming for him in 2025. The WWE Universe has been rallying behind Roman Reigns' quest to reclaim his Eula Fala. The original tribal chief has now received a message from his real-life cousin, who is in possession of his red necklace. Roman Reigns is preparing to battle Solo Sikoa in a tribal combat match to determine the rightful heir to the title of tribal chief. This will be the first singles meeting between the two men. Reigns and Sikoa have been involved in several multi-man matches over the summer. Their most recent took place at Survivor Series when the OG Bloodline reunited and added CM Punk to their team to face Solo Sikoa and his Bloodline in a War Games match. The OTC pinned his former enforcer that night, which set the stage for their upcoming match on the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix on January 6, 2025. This past week on SmackDown, Solo Sikoa and Co. laid waste to Braun Strowman and Sami Zayn to send a stern warning to Roman Reigns ahead of their highly anticipated matchup. Speaking on the Busted Open podcast, WWE Hall of Famer Bully Ray said he's certain The Rock will make his return on the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix on January 6, 2025. Reigns and The Rock teamed up on Night 1 of WrestleMania XL to defeat Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Fast forward to Bad Blood, and the final boss confronted the American Nightmare and the original tribal chief to tease a blockbuster program. Is The Rock still on his cousin's side, or is he the mastermind behind the formation of Bloodline 2.0? Fans must tune into the Raw on Netflix premiere to find out. The Bloodline saga, a storyline that has dominated WWE for years, might be reaching its most personal and explosive chapter yet. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief and undisputed leader of the Bloodline, is facing a new challenge. But this time, it's not just another contender for his championship, it's family. In a shocking announcement that has sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe, Reigns' real-life cousin publicly declared his intention to challenge the tribal chief in 2025. The declaration has not only reignited fan interest in the Bloodline storyline, but also blurred the lines between fiction and reality. Let's dive into the details of this announcement, the history between these family members, and what this could mean for Roman Reigns and WWE as a whole. The revelation came during an interview on a major wrestling podcast, where Jacob Fatu, a member of the renowned Anoa'i wrestling dynasty, dropped a bombshell. Fatu, best known for his tenure in Major League Wrestling, MLW, has long been viewed as one of the most underutilized members of the Anoa'i family in WWE's larger ecosystem. During the interview, Fatu expressed his respect for Roman Reigns and everything he has accomplished as the face of WWE. However, his tone quickly shifted as he addressed the tribal chief directly. "Roman, I respect you. You've done incredible things for our family, for our name. But it's 2025 now, and it's time for someone else to carry the torch. You've been sitting at the head of the table for too long, and you've forgotten what it's like to fight for it. I'm coming for you, cuz the Bloodline belongs to the people who fight, not the ones who dictate." The intensity in Fatu's voice and the confidence in his declaration left no room for doubt. This wasn't just talk. It was a declaration of war. The Anoa'i family has a long and storied history in professional wrestling, producing legends like the Wild Samoans, Yokozuna, Rikishi, the Usos, and of course, Roman Reigns. Within this legacy, Roman's rise to the top as the tribal chief has been a defining era, blending his real-life family ties into WWE's most captivating storyline. Jacob Fatu, however, has often been on the periphery of this narrative. While his cousins, such as the Usos and Solo Sikoa, have played integral roles in the Bloodline saga, Fatu has been carving his own path outside WWE. As the longest-reigning MLW World Heavyweight Champion, Fatu has proven himself to be a dominant force in the wrestling world, with a style that combines brutal power and surprising agility. But despite his success, Fatu has been vocal about feeling overlooked by WWE. The company's focus on Roman Reigns and the immediate Bloodline members left little room for other family members to shine. Now, Fatu seems ready to force his way into the spotlight, using his real-life connection to Roman to set the stage for an epic confrontation. Fatu's announcement introduces an intriguing wrinkle to the Bloodline storyline. While WWE has explored themes of loyalty, betrayal, and family dynamics within the Bloodline, the inclusion of a real-life cousin who has not yet been part of the narrative could bring a fresh perspective to the saga. This isn't just another challenger for Roman Reigns' championship. It's a direct attack on his identity as the tribal chief. Fatu's declaration challenges Roman's authority, his claim to the head of the table, and his role as the family's most dominant figure. For Reigns, this is more than a match. It's a battle for his legacy. Roman's reign as the head of the Bloodline has been defined by his ability to control and manipulate his family members. However, Jacob Fatu's arrival could disrupt this dynamic. Unlike the Usos or Solo Sikoa, Fatu isn't beholden to Roman's leadership. His independence makes him a wild card and a genuine threat to Roman's authority. If Fatu's challenge gains traction, it could create fractures within the Bloodline. Members like Solo Sikoa, who have shown signs of discontent with Roman's leadership, might be tempted to side with Fatu. This could lead to a full-blown family civil war, with alliances shifting and loyalties tested. Roman's tenure as the tribal chief has been one of the most successful runs in WWE history. However, with his dominance spanning several years, there have been whispers about his eventual departure from WWE's full-time roster. A feud with Jacob Fatu could serve as the perfect passing of the torch moment, allowing Roman to solidify his legacy while paving the way for the next generation of the Inoue family. The Bloodline storyline has been a ratings juggernaut for WWE, but even the best stories need fresh twists to stay compelling. Fatu's arrival offers an opportunity to reinvigorate the saga, introducing new stakes and new characters to the mix. Roman Reigns vs. Jacob Fatu is a dream match that fans didn't know they needed. Both men are at the top of their game, and their contrasting styles. Roman's methodical dominance versus Fatu's explosive unpredictability promise a match for the ages. For Fatu, this is a chance to step into the WWE spotlight and prove himself on the biggest stage. A high-profile feud with Roman Reigns could catapult him into superstardom, solidifying his place as one of the top stars of his generation. If Roman defeats Fatu, it reaffirms his position as the tribal chief and cements his dominance over the family. However, it could also mark the end of the Bloodline saga, as Roman proves once and for all that no one can challenge his authority. A victory for Fatu would signify a changing of the guard. It would mark the beginning of a new chapter for the Bloodline, with Fatu leading the faction in a direction that's less about control and more about unity. The feud between Roman and Fatu could lead to the complete disintegration of the Bloodline, with family members choosing sides and tensions reaching a boiling point. The once dominant faction could crumble under the weight of its own success. Jacob Fatu's announcement has set the stage for what could be one of WWE's most personal and emotionally charged feuds. The prospect of two real-life cousins clashing over family, legacy, and dominance promises a storyline that blurs the lines between reality and fiction in the best possible way. As we head into 2025, the WWE Universe will be watching closely to see how Roman Reigns responds to this challenge. Will he maintain his grip on the Bloodline, or will Jacob Fatu rise to take his place? One thing is certain, the Inoue family drama is far from over. And the road to the head of the table has never been more treacherous.